What's up, fragrant world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today we're talking about my favorite dumb reach fragrances. Now, what is a dumb reach fragrance? What I consider to be a dumb reach fragrance is one that is well balanced, generally on the fresher side, but has a balance of aromatic and fresh with maybe some sweetness, with some woodiness. There's not one particular facet of the fragrance that sticks out too much more than all the others. And in that way, it's a fragrance you don't really have to think about putting on. Whatever the occasion is, if you can't decide what to wear, you're like, I don't know, let me just grab that. You spray it on, you don't even have to think about it. It's not too sweet, or it's not gonna be too fresh, or it's not gonna be too aquatic or anything like that. It's a good balance and blend of multiple facets, and again, you put it on and you keep it moving. You don't have to worry about it. I did a list similar to this. I think I called it my top spray and go fragrances or something like that. That was like a few years ago. So this is basically kind of an update to that. I figured it's been quite a number of years, so let's do an updated video. So here we go, we're jumping in. I have quite a few fragrances, not just 10. I actually don't even know how many I have, and they're not really in any particular order. I found it very difficult to order these up because, again, they all serve the same purpose here. And one is not really better than the other for it. It just really depends on your mood. So we're just gonna start. First up here, this is from the house of Zaharoff. And this is one that deserves the praise it's been getting over the past year or so. I think it's been out a couple years now. I love this stuff. This is Signature Pour-Homme from Zaharoff. All right, man. And this is along the lines of kind of an aromatic fougere in the barbershop style. It's fresh and creamy, lots of lavender. It's herbaceous, but there's some other things to it that really balance it out into this very different scent in terms of a fougere. There's some oud in there, but it's hardly detectable. It's deep in there. You got cedarwood, sandalwood. There's pear in here. It's really just a nicely well-rounded scent. And it's one that can literally be a signature scent. If you don't know what to put on, you can put this on and know that you're gonna smell great. You're gonna smell professional and refined, but you can also pull it off casually, in my opinion. A great scent to reach for when you don't know what to wear. That's Signature Pour-Homme. Up next, some might consider this one a little too sweet, but I think it is a pretty good balance. It's fairly sweet, but it is a good balance of fresh and spicy and aromatic, and that's the reason why I think it is so well loved, and it is a great compliment getter. That is something that makes a great compliment getter, is a well-balanced scent. This is Layton from Parfum de Marly, and you got lots of apple and vanilla and cardamom, geranium. It is beautiful. It's sweet, aromatic, spicy, everything you could want in a scent. Great performance. Maybe not something I would reach for over a lot of other scents if I don't know what to wear, because again, this one's pretty sweet. I may not reach for this in the dead of summer when it's super hot outside if I don't know what to wear. There's others I would reach for over this, but this one can work casual. It can work maybe semi-formal. It's great for a night out, great for daytime, you know, indoors, whatever. Maybe not the greatest for the office, but I think you could get away with it if you can control your sprays. So that's Layton. This next one up, you got to be in the mood for a barbershop scent, I guess similar to the Zaharoff. This one is a little bit more of the mainstream barbershop style. It's a little bit more simple in regards to a barbershop fougere at the barbers from the house of Margiela. And it's a great balance. It's aromatic. You have lavender in here. There's basil in here. It is spicy. I think there's pepper in here. It is leathery when it dries down. It's creamy and sweet. It's fresh, easy to like, easy to wear. Again, something you don't have to think about when you don't know what to wear. It is a little on the particular side in regards to a fresh scent. It's not just straight up fresh. Again, there's more to it. It's barbershop style, but still something that you can wear with no problem, no second thought. Next up, we have a tie. And the reason why is just for my personal taste. This is a tie between Creed Aventus and Emperor Eau de Parfum from the house of Parfums Vintage. Now, most people would probably just take Aventus, and I would be cool with that, but my Aventus is broken. I've mentioned this recently. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just I've had it for a while. I've kept good care of it. I've kept it out of light. I've kept it out of heat. But for some reason, the scent is fine. It smells great, but the performance has gone away. It's non-existent. This thing barely lasts. It does not project anymore. I saw one of you guys comment saying like, oh, it looks like your Aventus passed the 3-year mark. So maybe that's something, but it definitely applies to my bottles. So I don't wear Aventus really anymore. It's really sad. I keep trying to go back to it and say maybe it's just me, and maybe it is, but every time I've worn it over the past 6 months or so, it just does not perform the way it used to. So I wear this instead. I also have Emperor Napoleon, which is great too, kind of a different balance of the blend. Pineapple Vintage Intense Gold is also good, but this is a great balance. And if you know what Aventus smells like, then you're gonna dig this. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's woody. So that is Aventus and Emperor Eau de Parfum. Up next, perhaps a controversial fragrance. I did review this several months ago, and I gotta say, as I've had this bottle for longer, I like it more. I think maybe it's macerated a little bit more, so the scent itself has gotten smoother, less sharp and harsh, especially at first spray. This is Office for Men, from the house of Fragrance One, which comes from the mind and the pocket of Jeremy Fragrance. And to me, this is similar, not the same, but similar to Creed's Aventus Cologne when it dries. That's what this reminds me of, but it is kind of its own thing. And this was intended to be an office fragrance. It was intended to kind of be a dumb reach scent. Something that's super versatile, super likable, good performance, is gonna get you compliments, and it serves its purpose. So this had to make the list. That's Office for Men. All right, up next here, this is a new fragrance to my collection. I literally just got this in the mail this morning. And this is a cologne. This comes from a fragrance house based in Poland. And the brand is called Fragrance Freaks. All right, and I was contacted by Roxana, so I am very appreciative to you, Roxana. Thank you so much for wanting to collaborate with me. And this is by way of a house that I guess they work with called Federico Mahora. Okay, and they have a whole line of fragrances in this fragrance line, and they just simply call it Pure. I think that is just the name of the line, and it comes with a number of different numbers here which signify the scent. Now 452 doesn't really mean anything to me, nor to what this actually clones, unless I'm missing something. But this is a clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. So we can consider this a tie with the Chanel fragrance. Both of these would work, and I gotta say, I wore this today. It smells just like Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. It smells just like it to my memory. It is smooth. It's really smooth, actually. This is also 20% fragrance oil, so it is eau de parfum going on parfum territory. It has that bright, fresh mandarin orange. It has that creamy sweetness. It has tonka bean in there. It's the same fragrance, honestly. Now, I used to own Chanel, the Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I don't own it anymore. I've actually had my eye on it for a little while to reacquire it. I don't know if I need to now at this point, because this stuff smells really good. It smells really close to it. And you can pick up this 50 milliliter bottle for 17.5 euros. That's less than 20 bucks before shipping and taxes and anything like that. So yeah, you'll never find Chanel discounted. That's the only reason why I have hesitated to go buy it, because I can't find it for less than 100 bucks and I'm not trying to spend that money. But $20 for something that smells just like it, and you get a decent presentation. The label is nice. Even this number, the 452, is raised. They didn't have to do that. The cap is plastic, but whatever. It's not super thin and cheap. I just dropped it, but it's okay because it's plastic. It clicks into place, which is great. Decent glass, you know, thick bottom. And, you know, I was checking for floaties and I don't really see any, which is always a good sign here. I don't see any particles. And it carries the scent and it lasts. I wore it today. It lasted me a good 7 hours until I washed it off in the shower. So I'm going to link them down below. If you want to check them out, they have a whole range of clones. Now, if you don't care about clones, then whatever. But in this case, I can dig it. You know, it's a lot cheaper than the Chanel. It smells like it. And Chanel will be okay. They're a large designer house. They'll be okay. So that is, again, they call it 452 from Federico Mahora / Fragrance Freaks. Alrighty, up next, I did review this fragrance back over the summer. This is from a house called Rêveur, and I will never be able to say that for the rest of my life. This is called Obsidian. I haven't smelled any of the other scents in their line. They have quite a few others now, maybe 5 or 6 others. But this is, honestly, this is quintessential Dumb Reach here, without being Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, that is. It has a fresh citrus quality to it. It has kind of a sweet, fruity quality to it. I think it actually has pineapple in here, maybe even some citron. It basically, what it smells like is clean laundry, but with a nice fresh and fruitiness to it. It's nice. It's really nice. It's very transparent, but it actually has good performance. It will last on your skin. It's an eau de parfum. They spell O with an X, which I think is awesome. It is an eau de parfum, so it's gonna last. And for a fresh fragrance, it's great. And honestly, for what you get, it is a little overpriced in my opinion, but they do have samples on the website. The presentation is actually very nice. The cap is nothing super special. It's plastic. It has this little faux leather wrap, but the bottle is great. Nice thick glass. You know, it's worth a try. I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. Again, you can get a sample. A lot of you guys said you really dig this stuff when I reviewed it, so if you haven't checked it out, I recommend it. It's a great Dumb Reach. Just fresh, simple, no brainer. Thanks for bearing with me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have another tie, so there's 6 more to talk about, but we'll try to go briefly. Up next is Aqua Intense from the House of Parfums Vintage. Yes, another Parfums Vintage. And if you didn't know, this is a clone of Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua 2016. And I think this is a great alternative to that, because that one is discontinued and they captured it in this bottle, and it's smoother, it's better quality, and it performs at least just as good, if not better. And this is a good balance of fresh, aquatic, a little salty, but not really, with kind of a bubblegum sweetness, but super pleasant, super likable, and something that you can pull off any time of the year in a casual situation. This stuff, so easy to wear. If you like sweet, fresh scents that are kind of aquatic, then this is one to check out. Otherwise, if you have Invictus Aqua, or you can get your hands on it on the 2016 version, go for that. That's fine too. 2018 version is just fine as well. It's not quite the same, but it's still the same idea, and performance is a little worse, but not really by that much. So either of those will do, but I happen to have this one. That's Aqua Intense. Okay, so this one was sent to me by way of a friend here in the community. He had this sent to me through the company that he works for. And this is called Artistry for Men, or Artistry Unknown. And to put it simply, this fragrance actually inspired this entire list. It's a very simple scent, super simple. It's fresh and aromatic. There's some patchouli in there. It's a little earthy. It's kind of like, in fact, breaking it down by the notes really doesn't describe the scent. It smells like shower gel, but it's really pleasant. And it's not, I can't place my nose on it. It kind of smells like a few other things, but I can't really tell you exactly what it smells like. It's super generic, very easy to wear. It's an eau de parfum. It lasts okay, but it just doesn't really project. I'm trying to think of the redeeming qualities about this. The bottle is actually really nice. It has this kind of like rubberized snake alligator thing. Not snake, more like alligator thing. I like the coloring. It's a heavy bottle. It's a little different with the cap and stuff. Again, it smells really nice. It's fresh, really pleasant. Downside is it's nothing new. Doesn't perform all that well, as good as you would think for an eau de parfum. And I think it's a little overpriced. If I'm not mistaken, this might be in the $70 range. If I am mistaken, I'll put it on screen. However, it's a good scent. It's a little different from all the rest on the list. If you're looking for something that's kind of in the shower gel vibe, and it's going to be easy to like, easy to wear, but has a little bit of depth to it, then check this out. I'll link it down below. I just want to remind myself of this opening. I'm going to put it on my right hand here. Yeah, it smells like body wash, but it has a bit of this patchouli in there that brings a little bit of depth. So it is nice, it's pleasant, but it's nothing special. It's not really going to capture your attention, but a dumb reach doesn't have to. Maybe you will only be wearing it for a few hours and you just want to wear something. Well, this is something you can go for. Okay, you know what's funny? My next pick is Tommy for Men. And now that I'm smelling Artistry, this reminds me of Tommy for Men. I didn't notice this until now. There's this like apple nature to it that I think I get out of Tommy for Men. But this stuff is a classic. And this is a fantastic dumb reach. This has been a great dumb reach since it came out in the 90s. Lavender, apple, cactus. It's fresh, kind of aquatic, not really, kind of sweet, but you know, decently sweet. Just fresh out of the shower, but not shower gel like. It has something else to it. It's really, really great. That's all I'm gonna say. I talk about this stuff a lot. That's Tommy for Men. Now, what list of dumb reaches would be complete without my first fragrance love, which is L'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent. Man, this is a quintessential signature scent, and therefore it's a great dumb reach. It's a great blend and balance. Fresh, aromatic, kind of spicy, creamy, woody. It has it all. It's so nice. It just smells pleasant. People are just going to want to be around you. And it's great to put on when you don't know what to put on. You know, maybe you're going out for a lunch date. Just put on L'Homme. Just do it. You'll be pleasant. You'll be likable. You're not going to be overpowering or overstated. You don't have to think about it. That's L'Homme. And finally, we have a tie from the house of Roja Parfums. I couldn't pick just one because for me, both of these are great dumb reach. They're just kind of different in their scenarios. First up is Elysium. This is one of the most versatile fragrances I own, which makes it a great dumb reach. It is, again, a blend of everything. If you look at the note breakdown, it's ridiculous. There's a lot in here, but it's fresh, aromatic, kind of aquatic. It's a little bit sweet, very citrusy, woody, spicy, floral, everything, but you don't really detect any of that in individual parts. You get some juniper, you get some grapefruit, but beyond that, it's fresh, it's blue, it's woody, it's just kind of everything you would want in an easy to wear fragrance, and you can wear this anywhere and everywhere
forever.
It's perfect for that. And the next one up would be Scandal. Now this one is perhaps a little less dumb reach than this because it's a little bit more particular. This is a fougere. It's sweet and a little creamy and fresh and herbaceous and spicy and woody and a little bit dry as it dries down. But man, if you just want to smell fresh and just kind of be a showstopper, but in a way that doesn't try too hard, Scandal is your pick. This stuff, man, this is the Parfum Cologne. It came in a Parfum version, maybe even an Eau de Parfum, and I know there's a women's version, which I do have as well. But this is the one for men. This stuff is, gosh, it does all the magic. You put it on, it'll do the rest. And that's the magic of a dumb reach. Okay, this is a rather long video. I'll try to scale it down as much as I can. So now it's your turn. Down in the comments, let me know what your top dumb reach is. What do you go for when you don't know what to wear? And it may not even be like, I don't know what to wear. I'm gonna wear this. I want to wear that. It might even be like, I don't know what to wear. I guess I'll grab this. And then you put it on and you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad I did that. Yeah, this is great. I don't have to think about it. And you go on. What is that one fragrance for you? If you're new to the channel, I would love to have you back. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when I upload. And make sure you like this video so I know that you're liking the content. And thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.